The NFL has been gifted with elite defensive players throughout its 105-year history, enough greatness to ignite the debate of the greatest defensive player of all time. With the variety of defensive talent at multiple positions, it's seemingly impossible to name the greatest defensive players ever without a debate. Which brings us to Aaron Donald, who just retired from the NFL and wrapped up an historic career. Donald is already a first-ballot Hall of Famer and has established himself as one of the greatest defensive players ever. Where does Donald rank amongst the greats like Reggie White, Deion Sanders and others? Let's rank the top defensive players of all time, and see where Donald fits into the equation. What Lott has able to accomplish in his 14-year career rivals any safety in NFL history. A member of the NFL's 100th anniversary team, Lott finished his stellar career with 10 Pro Bowls, 6 first-team All-Pro selections and a spot on the 1980s and 1990s All-Decade teams, and he retired from the league in 1994. The leader of the 49ers defense in the 1980s, Lott won 4 Super Bowl championships in San Francisco. He finished with 146 tackles and 63 interceptions, leading the league in interceptions twice. In 20 playoff games, all starts, Lott had 9 interceptions, 89 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 touchdowns. Simply put, Lott redefined the safety position. Not only was Woodson one of the best cornerbacks of his era, but he was one of the best safeties of his time when he transitioned to the position full-time in 1999. Woodson earned 11 Pro Bowl appearances and 6 first-team All-Pro selections in his Hall of Fame career, the final one coming at age 37 when he had 8 interceptions as a safety, which also led the league. Woodson finished his career with 158 tackles, 71 interceptions and 5 sacks in 17 seasons. He also led the league in interceptions twice and was the 1993 Defensive Player of the Year. Woodson holds the league record for interceptions returned for touchdowns, 12, and fumble recoveries, 32. He has the second most interception return yards in NFL history, 483, and is third all-time in interceptions. He was also a star on the 2000 Baltimore Ravens defense, a unit that gave up the fewest points in a 16-game season in NFL history, and won the Super Bowl. One of the greatest defensive linemen ever, Smith is still the only player with 200 sacks for a career, a number that may never be touched again. A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Smith recorded double-digit sacks in 13 seasons, NFL record, despite playing in a 3-4 scheme over the majority of his career. Smith played multiple positions on the line, yet still was able to rack up the sack totals. An 11-time Pro Bowl selection and first-team All-Pro 8 times, Smith was selected to the 1980s and 1990s All-Decade teams and led the league in forced fumbles twice. Smith is one of the greatest pass rushers in league history.